Oh, there we go.
Oh, we can't see the comments.
Yeah, because we're not going to be able to see the comments. You gotta hang on. We'll log into our own fucking stream and read our own fucking comments. All right, welcome back to the lounge. It wouldn't be a lounge without audio issues. So it's been a while.
This time it's extra fucked.
This time we have two old-time friends on from the Hny Badger series, and we're gonna be talking to them in a second. I just wanted to take some time to explain why we haven't been online for so long. I made a post under somebody's post who asked why I wasn't online, and the main reason was that I suffered from COVID in August, and all throughout August, September, October, November, I basically couldn't speak. And then I got so pissed off that I went to a hospital, and they shoved the camera down my throat, and they said, you have a chronic lung infection. So I've been on medication since mid of December, and it's slowly getting better. It's still not perfect. I don't know. I still think I sound differently. I have a deeper voice. And I can't really talk for more than half an hour, 45 minutes at a time, and then I just get super painful throats. Anyway, that was hang on, let me just see. Sounds good. All right. Okay, good. I don't want to do this 3 times. Yeah, so that's pretty much the reason why we didn't do a lounge, because I have meetings here all day, and these kind of things take up basically all of my energy to really talk. I've been missing you guys, so that's it's kind of weird being back on the stream, and we'll try to make this more regular going forward. See how my throat reacts, and yeah, that's all for the introduction. So welcome back, and thank you, Noah and Paul, for forcing me to do this live stream. So it's a good kickoff to or a good reason to kick it off. So let me just turn on the audio here. I think you guys are live now. Say something.
Yeah, hi guys.
All right. Welcome.
Can you hear us? Can people see us, hear us, all of that together?
Yeah. You're good.
I'm waiting for us to switch.
Yeah.
In the stream, I think we still see you. Let's see.
We got feedback. So that means
we got feedback.
Yeah. So all right, it should be fixed now.
So they hear double.
Yeah. It should be fixed now.
They see us, they hear us, or both?
They can hear us twice, and they can see us once.
Yeah.
But it should be fixed now.
I only see Rafa in the stream. I think so.
Oh. You're off to the right side. Hang on. Okay. Hang on. I'll figure this out. Let's switch back to let's switch to black real quick. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Sorry, guys.
Audio.
We gotta do this like this. Okay, Noah, you need to move to your right. And then we're good.
Move to my right.
No, not easily.
Like
because
this?
Then it's gonna be even smaller. Hang on. Computer. Where is the computer screen?
I can just move my camera a little.
So computer. Cut. Boom. Yeah, should be okay.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Can I see anything?
Let's see. It takes 2 to 3 seconds for it to arrive here.
People say good now. Okay, so
better now.
audio is good.
Still not good,
Actually.
but better.
Okay, but
all right.
No.
Everybody can see me adjust my screens now.
Yeah, but I need to move a bit so people can see me. Or Rafa can quickly disable the camera, whatever. So nice seeing you guys. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the reveal of the Hny Badger II. That's what we're doing today. And I think Paul is gonna start off with showing you guys the frames and telling you the first key features. Yeah.
So this is the 9-inch version of the frame. It features a single 6S battery mount. We recommend you to use like something from 4,500 milliampere up to 5,100 milliampere. And this is the big one. It's the 11-inch 12S frame. So as you can see, it just features two of the same single 6S quick release mechanisms. That way you can use the 6S batteries that you would run on your 9-inch drone on the 12S drone without having to change the battery quick release plates on the actual battery itself. This means that if you travel to jobs by plane, for example, you don't have to bring dedicated 12S packs. Like for people like me, it's a big improvement because there's a battery limit which you can carry in your carry-on luggage. The main difference in between those two frames is the bottom plate. Like the whole fuselage and the main core of everything is the same. Like the arms are longer and we use another battery plate, like I said before. And apart from that, they build up exactly the same. That makes it super easy to maintain both frames because like you don't have to carry other screws and stuff like that. They feature a red Komodo mount, which basically Noah can show you a little bit better because he has a frame built up and a Komodo mounted on there already. But it also comes with 4 press nuts where you can just mount on your duck mount, for example. That way you can fly every camera that you want because, yeah, some people like to fly the Sony FX6 or Sony FX3 or a Blackmagic camera. You can just mount your duck mount on the drone and you're ready to go. Yeah, so Noah, if you like, you can show the...
Yeah. Let's start off with the 6S version. We have that here. I said it before to Wayne and he laughed a bit. This is basically your everyday FPV drone. This is what you use when you just do a casual stroll around
it's basically
the field.
a tiny wheel, yeah.
Yeah, but basically sub 250. It has the quick release mounting pattern that Paul showed you. I can demo that real quick. Right here we have a battery. It has like a super low profile quick release plate on it. We go here, we slide it on, and it's tight. And then here we have 2 quick release levers right here. And if you push those down, it's a bit hard to do in the air with just one hand. You push those down and the battery slides right out.
Oh, okay.
These nubbins right here, those are custom milled out of aluminium, CNC machined. So they are not gonna wear out. The spring brace itself, like on other frames, is out of carbon, so it doesn't wear out like a normal metal spring. And yeah, this whole mount is compatible with everything from the La Mamba Simna lifter frame. So if you have a La Mamba at home already and you have many batteries that have these plates already attached, go ahead, use them on here. If you get these plates, that will be on the TBS store, you can use them on the La Mamba frame, good to go. What we changed is we have a dual hand release, so it's not just one single lever, it's just more secure, and all the important parts are made out of CNC instead of 3D printed.
And we have to give a huge shout out to Sam to allowing us to use his battery quick release system. I asked him if we can use it to just get like more of a standard in the FPV community. I feel like everyone is just doing their own thing. And for me, example, lots of different frames, lots of different drones for different kind of shoots and different kind of jobs. And it's a nightmare to change the battery quick release plate on the battery all the time. And I feel like Sam did a very, very good job coming up with this design because you can still use your single battery on other drones where you have to run lipo straps because the plate on the battery is so low profile. Yeah, so thanks a lot, Sam. I think this helps a lot because, like Noah said, if you have a La Mamba and you want to build up a 12S rig, you can use your on the Hny Badger 12S.
Yeah. Another thing that you can see quite nicely here, it is fully enclosed, so you don't accidentally rip any wires or whatsoever. It's just super clean and neat, everything ready to go. Another main feature is like this integrated camera mount. Maybe Paul can show this a bit more, how it's mounted with custom CNC parts.
I'll just... So basically, I hope you can see it. These are custom mounted, custom machined aluminum CNC parts, and they have an M4 press nut or lock nut, sorry, inside them. That way, if you screw down the screw too hard and you would strip the thread, you can just take another M4 lock nut and put it inside there and you're good to go. It was really important for me to not mill the thread directly into the aluminium because you can strip it and then you're screwed if you're on set. It's easier to carry extra lock nuts than aluminium parts. Basically, the whole mount works like this. You have this L bracket, which is mounted in the back. You mount the Komodo to it through the top screw and the bottom screw. It's kind of behind this one. And then you have this bracket in the front, which is mounted to the L bracket. And if you loosen the screw, you can slide it up and down. And with that, you can adjust the camera tilt. Because you have it on both sides, that makes for an extra rigid mount on the drone. Like, for example, on the duck mount, you use the 2 screws or 1 screw underneath the Komodo, which then allows the Komodo to have a little play on top of your mount, which kind of can introduce some and adjust. Right now,
you have a second hole that you can go into if you want tilts like higher than 30 degrees, but then you just need to release those screws, put them in a few centimeters lower, and then you're good to go. We have a question about payload.
Okay.
Yeah, when speaking about payload, I think it's a good idea
Asking for a friend.
to get a big boy in, what most people probably are excited about. Hny Badger is now 12S. The 11-inch version of Hny Badger II natively supports dual battery mounting. So you can use your normal batteries that you use on the 6S rigs. Also here, we provide 3D printed mounts for APD ESCs as well as the fly color ESCs. We have a super solid gimbal mounting solution, which we will look at in a second. And yeah, it's super heavy duty. I flew it like last week with a payload of about 3.5 kilograms, and it hovered at about 30% throttle. It has an all-up takeoff weight of around 8 kilos.
And how long does
Flight
it fly?
times.
Flight times with that 3.5 kilogram rig were, depending on the flying style, between 4, 5, and if I cruised really, I could get up to 7 minutes.
So 7 minutes with a 3.5 kilo payload.
Yes, that's if you cruise down like super gently, but if you rip it, you get still 4 or 5 minutes with the full payload.
And that's with a Ronin gimbal.
That's with a Ronin, that's with a Komodo, that's with a Cine lens, that's with a video transmission system, everything. That's about 3.6 kilograms.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah, and it hovers at 30%.
It is your everyday drone, yeah.
Yeah, all with the Komodo only gets you about 2 minutes 30 to 3 minutes, depending on your flight time. I mean, you tend to rip it a little bit more because it's just more agile in the air. So that's kind of giving up on flight time. That's just the trade-off, that you have to get more agile.
And if you just take the Komodo on the big boy, you get probably like 8 minutes of ripping. Yeah.
Somebody's asking, is there a Ronin mount? I'm guessing you just screw it to those 4 nuts.
Yeah,
bolts.
Paul, maybe you can show that real quick.
I have the Ronin mount in my basement, but I can get it in a
I
second.
can show it. You can talk about the mounting holes.
Used in the duck mounting holes. So what you have to do is just take out these four, and to get rid of these side mounts, and just screw in your Ronin mounting, the duck mounting screws.
Yeah, so we have this little thing here. It adapts to the back mounting pattern. I will take it off real quick so we can see how it looks. Takes 4 screws. So super easy to do when you're switching payloads.
And pretty quick. I mean,
Yeah.
switch takes like 3 minutes.
It's off.
4 screws and screw in 4 screws again.
So, and then this is basically the gimbal mount. It's a solid 10mm carbon plate. And we screw directly into the M3 threads of the gimbal mount. And that just avoids any wiggle that's caused. Yeah.
And okay, maybe this is not directly related to the frame, but maybe for people who are watching, like how many of those rigs do you have when you go on like a video shoot?
Depends. If it's a small video shoot, you take 2, and if it's a big video shoot where you maybe need one with a gimbal and one without, you take 4 or maybe 6.
Okay, so you always have one spare at least.
Yeah,
at least.
Yeah.
You also have a spare goggle, a spare charger, a spare tango. Yeah, everything done.
everything, just everything. Also the reds, everything. You never know
Okay.
what happened. It doesn't
Yeah.
have you to.
Yeah,
Be
La Mamba Lipa
short-
plates fit on the 12S2 to answer that question in the stream. Yeah, you can take 2
And-
batteries, slide them in side by side, good to go. That's how it works.
What I like to do with the Komodo, I like to keep those carbon parts on the Komodo. So that way I just unscrew these 4 screws and store my Komodo with the carbon parts pre-installed to it already. That makes it even faster to like store it away, flight travel, and to mount it on there again. And also you don't get too much wear on the Komodo threads. I mean,
And when did you guys launch your first frame, and like how long did it take you to redesign and work on this version 2?
I think we launched the first frame back in 2021, and I used it on set for like 1 year. And then I started to see like not necessary issues, but the things that could be improved, like battery quick release system, the mounting solution. It was a pain on the Hny Badger on the first one. Mount the camera, you always had to snug underneath the mount and screw in the screws. Just wasn't fun and took way too much time. So, I mean, I have been drawing these frames since 2021, since 2020. So it's nearly 2 years now since we have been working on the frames. I think we had the first prototype ready
A year ago?
year ago, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
March last year, and Noah flew the rig and tested it, and then we decided to give them out to, I think, 10 or 15 prototype testers who built up the rigs, told us some issues that they encountered, and we improved them, and now we're here for the final release.
Yeah, I think it's just important for people to know, like, I guess there's like this new flock of pilots who don't know too much about like frame design and modifying frames and all these things, but they're more interested in cinematography and I mean just shooting for fun and profit. So I think it's important for them to know that like the entire development scope that went into this was just wild. I've just always I heard of it from the periphery, like we are in a WhatsApp group, and our engineers, the TBS engineers, are working together with Paul and Noah to make those modifications and like custom make these CNC parts. So yeah, that was kind of impressive to me. I didn't understand the whole like the cinematography market until like Benoit or Finky as he's known kind of introduced me to it through his Facebook group. So that was what is like the coolest video shoot that this product has been used in that you know of? Maybe it's not yours, but like
Well, this has only been with like 10, 15 testers, so probably
Yeah.
not not too many.
But how about the version 1?
Like version
Uh,
1, you can see it like on basically every set. We saw it on sets at like the Apple keynote. You saw it in the behind the scenes. You see it like in big movie sets. You see it in the behind the scenes.
Like what kind of big movie? Like if I'm watching Netflix right now, which movie was shot with the Honey Badger?
Paul?
I mean,
Probably.
I used it on a few cinema movies. They are coming up. End of April is the
Okay.
first one.
Okay.
Released, called Boy Killed the World. It's kind of an action feather drama, and that's one of the first ones. I mean, I shot it back in 2000 in March, I think, in South Africa.
Okay.
So that's where I can 100% confirm that the Hny Badger V1 has been used there because I was flying it. And from there on, I used it in lots of Porsche commercials for Lamborghini, like big car brands, of course. And like Noah told before, we have been seeing it in the Apple event, in the new one for the MacBook. I think it was called the Scary Fast event. They mounted to a Ronin and put it on the drone to shoot on
I think the Hny Badger was even in the previous one. But yeah. Someone just said in the Tomorrowland movie it was used.
Yeah, and Finky
All
has
right.
been using it all around the
Yeah.
Well,
globe.
Bas is from the Dutch Drone Gods, right? So he has he's been using it himself, I guess.
Yeah. But yeah, a lot of these are out in the world. Also, like if you look at the Instagram of people like Beverly Hills Aerials, you see them all the time having a Hny Badger.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I always like to see your products in this case being used. And I don't know how does it feel like, to know that like, okay, this movie was shot with something that I designed.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool feeling, and to know like the impact like that's been done, like enabling people to do things. And we can only reiterate, our goal is that gear doesn't limit pilots from creating what their mind wants to create. Gear should not be the limit, but your imagination should be the limit. And I think with Hny Badger II, we're getting one step closer to gear not being the limited factor anymore.
Yeah, and we hope to like really make your workflow on set, your life a little bit easier, like reducing downtimes between takes and setting up everything. Just make it more enjoyable.
Yeah,
And
I've
yeah,
seen a couple of like the behind the scenes, like you don't have much time for like battery changes and all these kind of things, because I guess the directors don't give a shit. They're like, no, I need this thing in the air again. So yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like in the past 2 to 3 years, I've just seen more and more FPV shoots in like in Netflix shows, and like my girlfriend is always like, look, it's an FPV shot. So yeah, it's interesting to see this come up more and more. All right, we have another question. Red Notice.
I
I'm
think
not sure.
shot by Johnny FPV,
Yeah.
and I saw frame in there. I'm not 100% sure. I can't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure he used his own frame in there.
Okay. All right.
And
Well,
also, what's very important to say, this thing is in stock and ships today. It's not like month of pre-orders. We have it. You can have it. Order now, and it will
tomorrow,
ship.
not today. Tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, it's late in the day for the Hong Kong guys, but
yeah.
order now, and you can have it pretty soon. So DHR Express is quite fast these days.
Yeah. A guy asked for a quick recap.
Yeah, Paul.
Can
Go
you
ahead.
do it, or should I?
A recap of what just happened now, or
Everything that's just happened, because people just join in the live stream all the time. I think we're like getting towards the end, right? Or is there anything that we have still missed?
From our side, we're fine.
At the end, we usually just do a really
sure.
quick recap for the people who joined in midstream.
Of course. So,
Yeah. Not because we never stop.
we just released the Hny Badger version V2. It comes in an XS, which is this frame, and in a Noah shows the pre-built, and in a 11 12S version. Both frames share the same battery quick release system, so that way you can run the same batteries on both configurations. And if we compare them side by side, you can see that the only difference in the two frames is the arm length and the battery plate. The main fuselage is still the same, which makes for an easy build if you have like multiple setups. The 11-inch 12S recommended for heavier payloads, like for example, you want to fly Red Raptor or Ronin with Red on there. We have a special camera mount solution for this. Noah can show it to you right now. And with a payload of 8 kilograms, we can get 6 to 7 minutes of fast, stylish cruising.
With a payload of 3.5 kilograms, 8 kilogram takeoff weight.
Kilogram takeoff weight. And if you're gentle, you can get 8 minutes. And on the smaller drone, on the 6S 9-inch frame, you get around about 2 minutes 30 to 3 minutes, depending on how hard you push it. It's way more agile, so you tend to fly a little bit faster and more aggressive. That drains the battery quite fast. And yes, this whole design is meant to improve set workflow while improving flight feeling as well and flight handling.
What's
And
the
yes.
recommended motors, battery, ESC, I guess video transmission system, DJI?
Okay, on the 9-inch, we run the T-Motor 8-in-1 ESC with Radix 2 HD flight controller. The motors are the Brother Hobby 2816. And for video transmission of the FPV feed, we have the DJI O3 air unit, which has like a proper mounting system inside the frame.
It's like on, and so you still have space for your Crossfire receiver on top. That way the whole transmitting and receiving unit sits in the front with like perfect antenna placement. Also, we milled out this little hex screw down here. I think you can't really see it, but that helps from the SMA as coax SMA cable to not rotate if you take on and screw off your camera on there. Like if your nut gets loose, you won't just rip off your coax cable and have no video feed at range.
Yeah. On the 12S, we run the APD PDB. Also the Radix 2 HD. We run the Flycolor X-Cross 80 amp 12S ESCs. Those served us very well. If you treat them right, you need to treat them right, build clean, and so on. The motors are the X-Nova 3220s. The props are HQ11x45. Yeah, what else to say? We run XT90 on all the quads, also O3 air unit. Yeah,
and battery?
That's about it. We recommend the Tattoo 6S 4500 milliamp hour battery.
And
Just
so
because
12S 4500 as well on the bigger frame. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just two of them.
Just because you stay under the 100 watt-hour weight limit or like flight limit, so you can still carry them in your carry-on.
Yeah. Important thing, all STL files are publicly available for free. Also, if you use the recommended setup, we will give you a pre-made tune that's done by Brian White from Pit Toolbox. And a quote from him, he has not seen a frame yet, other than ours, that can fly the same pit tune with a gimbal as without a gimbal, without getting like strange issues.
So that's a testament to very good weight distribution, I guess.
Yes, and not having vibrations through the gimbal. Yeah. That's about it. If you have questions, ping us on Facebook.
Yeah.
What are the prices?
600 and 650. Right?
About the prices, yeah.
Yes.
For the 9-inch 6S, we have MSRP of 600. For the 11-inch 12S, it's 650. They come with the Komodo cam mount, and the 11-inch also comes with the gimbal mount. This is actually cheaper than buying a V1 plus a cam mount, which was more than the new pricing, which includes the cam mount.
Oh yes,
What
and
other sites accessories people can buy after?
Yeah. In a couple of weeks, we will have the M mount available. It just
For the free fly
utilizes
Emperor?
yes, it just utilizes the same aluminum parts. You just have to add a little spacer here, and then we have custom CNC brackets. That will be something that you can buy as an extra, and of course, extra battery plate. The 6S frame comes with 4 battery plates, so you can attach them to 4 different LiPos, and the 12S frame comes with 8, so 4 flights in total again. And we are also going to sell the gimbal plate as a solo option in the case that people want to run a gimbal on the 9-inch 6S version of the frame, which we do not recommend. It's just too much weight for the drone, but you never
have
know.
the flexibility.
Yeah, you can do it if you want to, but that being said, we do not recommend it.
Okay, we got a couple of questions. Do you guys share complete setup with Tune? So we're going to put the setup that Noah mentioned in the stream. We're going to put that on the website and also link to any products that we may carry on the store. And as Noah said, the PID Tune is available through a separate link.
Yeah, you can find everything at hny.tech, hni.tech. That's
We'll
our
link to that as
website.
well.
Yeah,
And
everything
then
is there.
you guys will find everything there.
And there's a manual.
There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
full
the
manual, a proper
super sexy
manual done by the TBS manual master, so
Yeah.
fully detailed guide without having to scroll around Facebook
Yeah.
or watch videos when building the frame.
Okay, then what do you guys use in the future when APD isn't selling anymore? So APD has stopped selling or supplying FPV companies last month. And we are basically out of stock on all of the APD stuff as of today. I think today was the first or one of the last products that went out of stock. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm not sure why they're doing what they're doing, but I'm guessing they have some production capacity issues. So they are prioritizing their industrial customers over the FPV, which it's their prerogative to do. As Noah mentioned, there are some T-motor and fly color replacements, and I don't want to leak anything, but I might, that there might be something. Exactly. There might be something in the works. Okay. Possible to add a naked black magic to the 6S frame.
It has the duck mounting pattern. If you can mount the naked black magic on the duck mount, or you want to build your own mount, you're free to do so.
Okay,
I think draw up your mounting plate for the naked cage, for the naked black magic cage, with the duck mounting through hole pattern, screw it into the duck mount, and then mount your naked black magic cage to your mounting.
Yeah. We'll release the dimensions of those holes so people are free to make their own mounts. We are not gatekeeping that. Also, the duck mount holes are anyway already public.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I have no further questions. We've done the recap. It's Chicken Tuesday at TBS. It is Chicken Tuesday, so our chicken is already waiting outside. Yeah, thank you very much, Paul and Noah, for taking the time and designing this awesome frame.
Thank you for
it's on the website right now.
Order today.
It will ship tomorrow.
Perfect.
And if you have any more questions, just hit us up in the Facebook groups. We will help you as best as we can.
All right.
Perfect.
That's it.
Then
See you guys
Thank you
soon.
very much.
Thank you.
enjoy.
See you guys. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.